Costa Rica has been without an army for decades, but inside the walls of this San Jose hospital is a battle like never before, a battle for hope.
I was diagnosed when I was 15 years old with a Hodgkin's lymphoma.
Bone cancer.
And when?
Bone cancer on my leg, on my left leg, when I was 14 years old.
From the youthful fight to reach out and experience the world, to fighting for survival within the confines of a hospital room.
Once a child is 12 years and 9 months here in Costa Rica, they're not longer accepted at Children's Hospital and they're sent to different hospitals.
These young women were cast into the ranks with those without hope, those ready to surrender.
They don't even allow a young kid to open a window, you know? It's too windy for the old person. If this kid wants to sing, it's too noisy for them. I mean, they can be sick, they can have cancer, and they can be dying, but they're still teenagers.
When you are young, you don't expect to die. You don't expect to lose everything.
People start looking at you like, oh, I'm so sorry for you, like, oh, you're gonna die. And it's really difficult because people don't understand that you're just trying to look for hope in people.
But there is hope. Just miles away from this hospital, it grows in a greenhouse. The brilliant colors of the Suntory, poised to unleash hope to the world.
Through the experience of working with the people in the world, I got to understand the people in the world can see more potential in the flowers.
Shigeru Sarada, the managing director of Suntory Flowers in Tokyo, visits the Flower Expo greenhouse in Costa Rica every year.
Suntory is a leader, innovator, and it is making the most effort to bring back value to our industry.
In his last visit to Costa Rica, he mentioned to me that he was trying to promote his products by trying to communicate to people that through flowers and plants you could show regard for people who has been suffering.
They need the hope, and the hope can bring them lots of power.
You don't really identify what it is, but it's what pushes you.
No flower could be more powerful in a push to bring back the hope than the Suntory.
Suntory has the characteristics to rebloom. If you cut the Suntory makes the flowers again and again.
Reblooming, the meaning of it, I say the meaning, poetic meaning of this is exactly what it happens for a young person who has a second opportunity, that we can contribute through this exercise, give them a second opportunity to rebloom and take their lives in a very different spiritual way after they have gone through crisis.
I can take an example from this flower, because this flower, if it can rebloom.
Looking at nice things, looking at beautiful things, really encourage you, really motivate you to go and want to live.
And so the idea of the Suntory Twice Smile campaign was born, a campaign where a portion of the purchase price of a Suntory plant would go to the young people around the world losing hope.
People smile twice because first time, the flowers are beautiful, and the second time, when they understand what it means for them.
Through my association with Florexpo in Costa Rica, I feel really very privileged to be able to be a part of the Suntory Twice Smile campaign.
The campaign would start to make a difference in the walls of this Costa Rica hospital with the creation of a space full of color just for teenagers suffering from cancer, searching for hope within each other.
We want them to continue having hope. We know that being among themselves, they can do things teenagers like. It makes a big difference. Like there's a language that only they understand.
The foundation, Proyecto Daniel, is already on the move. Its founders lost their son Daniel to bone cancer several years ago.
He always wanted a better environment for the teenagers. So this was his dream. This was inherited to us by him.
The campaign would then continue from the place where Suntories are propagated to where they are bred in Japan, the site of the devastating tsunami.
We want them to be aware that they are not alone. We are with them.
When I heard that There were young people in Japan, kids, that they lost everything after the tsunami, not even a picture from their families left, only themselves. To bring a smile to a kid, to a person like that, it should be enough gratification for us to be involved in this project.
Those young people in Costa Rica, those young people in Japan need a reblooming, and we can help them in that.
They need our love, our support. They need us to give them hope. And it's very important to know for them that someone else cares about them.
From the breeder to the grower to the retailer, the more people who join in the campaign, the more smiles will be generated by the hope the Cenetti can bring.
It will make us a better human being. It will make us a better person. Get into the program, buy the Cenetti, smile twice.
No matter what happens, there's always hope in the world, and that's the last thing you should lose.